Welcome back, everyone. It's Eric from Rare Candy here. Today we are back on PTCGO taking a look at another deck for the expanded format. So earlier this week I posted my Alolan Executor Egg Splat deck. One of the decks I was tinkering around with for the upcoming Charlotte Regionals, but unfortunately not too long after I recorded that, literally hours afterwards, we got word that Charlotte Regionals is canceled. I'm actually pretty sure the rest of the major expanded regionals in the States are canceled for the rest of the season, as far as I'm aware. So unfortunately, Expanded's now kind of a dead format, but nevertheless, I still had some decks I was working on. I still wanted to show them off. And actually today we're looking at my pick for what I was actually going to play at Charlotte Regionals. I think maybe I still had maybe one or two cards in here I was still working on. But overall, Weezing, as you can see here, this was the deck I was going to play at Charlotte Regionals. So I still wanted to show off the deck on the channel and show you guys what I was kind of thinking about. So if you guys do want any cards to build this deck for your own on PTCGO, you guys can head over to ptcgostore.com, use the coupon code RARECANDY to save yourself some money at checkout. And of course, our patrons also have an exclusive code of their own to get an even bigger discount. I'll have links down below in the description if you guys want to learn more about that. But getting back into the deck, like I said, we have Weezing. This is a deck that was actually somewhat popular in standard for, a couple weekends back during the Unbroken Bonds format. Kind of fell off after the early rotation happened last year. But I think this is actually a deck so many people had been sleeping on in Expanded. I think this deck actually has a very good matchup spread against almost everything in the field. I think Route Alolan Executor is one of the only decks that I think destroys this. But you have great matchups against a lot of the GX and 2 and 3 prize decks, and also you do very well against the decks that play things like the Robo Substitutes and the Lily's Pokedolls. So all those sort of stall decks, Weezing actually is kind of uniquely well positioned against those. So again, really sad didn't get to try this out at an event, but happy to still show it off on the channel. Weezing, of course, you guys might be familiar with this, has that detention gas ability. So as long as it's your active Pokemon, put a damage counter on each of your opponent's basic Pokemon between turns, and Splattering Sludge, 40 and 20 spread to each of your opponent's Pokemon that have damage counters. So this, of course, this is the main attacker of the deck. We have the Coco promo for the 20 spread and the free retreat. Nice little early game attacker. Of course, we do play counter energy in the deck, so we have some counter energy targets. We have Mimikyu. So this is actually going to be mainly to combat against Arceus Palkia GX, and of course Garchomp Giratina as well. So there is the Psychic Mimikyu, which is searchable by treasure, but again, we really want the benefit of being Fairy type here to hit some of those Dragon Pokemon for weakness. So Copycat, of course we can copy our opponent's attacks as long as it wasn't a GX attack, and hopefully knock them out in one hit. This is going to be one of our cleanup attackers. We're playing the Watch and Learn Sudowoodo for kind of a similar reason. But Sudowoodo, it's nice, just hits other things for weakness, like Pikarom, Snorlax VMAX. Also very nice, can knock out things like Zacian V with their own Brave Blade attack. So both these are kind of our cleanup attackers in deck whenever we need a big, one-hit knockout kind of out of nowhere. From there, we also have the Tapu Lele promo. So not really it doesn't really do a lot of damage, but it's a similar role as those other Pokemon. It's a nice finisher. Magical Swap will allow us to rearrange our opponent's damage counters and, maybe clean up some knockouts that way. Mr. Mime, very important card in the expanded format. So Scoop Up Block, going to be good at stopping things like AZ, Acerola, Super Scoop Up. Very, very important because we never really take one-hit knockouts, and we don't really want to give our opponent a chance to heal those damaged Pokemon. So Mr. Mime, very good at blocking those. We do have the one copy of Tapu Lele GX. This is a card you don't want to bench too often, but I really think being able to find Pokemon Ranger specifically in the deck is too important to not play something like Lele, because if you go against an ADP deck, I think this deck just really struggles against any deck like that without Pokemon Ranger. So Ranger's good against at clearing Altered Creation GX, and we need to be able to find this whenever we need it, so that's why we're playing the copy of Lele. And also to shut off things like Noivern's Sonic Volume to allow us to keep attaching energy, also going to be good. Of course, there's other things too, like Seismitoad's Quaking Punch, but this is going to be mainly for Arceus Palkia GX and Noivern GX. So going on, we have a couple of other notable cards. We have kind of an interesting search option suite that we have here. We have 4 Treasure, 3 Nest Ball, and 1 single copy of Quick Ball. I think you can play 4 Nest Ball, but I switched 1 to a Quick Ball just to give us the extra out to Lele if need be. Just because we don't need Lele too often, but on the turns that we do need it, it's very imperative to be able to find it. So That's why I'm leaning, kind of closer to the 1 count of quick ball. I think you can maybe even do like a 2-2 nest ball quick ball split, but I'm kind of liking this for the moment. Of course, we have 3 Shrine of Punishment just to increase our spread options a little bit more. We have some Field Blowers, of course. This is going to help at getting rid of things like Chaotic Swell, and also, of course, other tool cards on your opponent's side of the field. So we have an interesting draw supporter lineup here. We have 3 Marnie, 3 N, 3 Professors of Research. So Marnie is a card in particular you don't see too much in Expanded, but I really like this sort of draw option split just because, we are always kind of playing from behind. And I like being able to just constantly punish your opponent's hand size and always be disrupting them while you are spreading damage. I wouldn't mind maybe like 1 copy of Cynthia, maybe even 2. But right now, I like kind of the heavy hand disruption options that we have in the deck here. The 1 copy of Teammates, also very good in 1 prize decks for the longest time now. Of course, we have the 4 DCE, 4 counter energy split, 4 spell tags, just going to allow us to get even more damage counters in play with Weezing. And we have 1 copy of Counter Catcher as well. This could very well become a Guzma, but what I found with this deck is a lot of times you are going to be reliant on just every turn having to dump your hand and find another Weezing, another energy. And it's, I think, less so than a lot of decks can you afford to take a turn off of drawing cards. And since we're a 1 prize deck, we don't have things like the Dene, we don't have things like Shaman. So a lot of times we are just going to be reliant on an actual draw supporter for our supporter for turn. So that's why we're playing the 1 copy of Counter Catcher. We're spreading damage a lot of the time, so we don't really need too many gusting options, but Counter Catcher is going to be nice sometimes at picking off one of your opponent's Pokemon. And that's basically most of the notable cards in the deck, guys. I'm going to quit rambling, but like I said, really been a big fan of this deck. I think it's really slept on in the expanded format. Kind of a shame it's not going to get to see the light of day, but let's head in some games and we'll show up how Weezing here is going to look in action, okay? Playing against Ghost King 17. We do win the flip, so we are going to choose to go second. Not a great opening hand, but I guess we can actually attack with Mimikyu turn 1, so that is something that is kind of nice. And we are going to see Grimer, okay? And just pass over to us. I'm actually cool with that. Good top deck for sure. I think we'll get down Tapu Koko. We have all of our Weezings, all of our Coughings, that's good. Counter Catcher, we did. No, we have 1 Stretcher in hand. Prize to DCE, not the end of the world, but I don't know what we're playing against here. I'm trying to think, if they're playing Muk, this could be Ultra Necrozma, and that if that's the case, I do want to save this Shrine, so I think we actually just might go for the Filch this turn. Okay, I'm fine with that. So drew a couple cards in the process. Next turn we can hard retreat if we don't get knocked out. And then hopefully attack with something else. Okay, interesting. So we are going to see Naganadel Guzzlord. So very glad I did not get rid of our Stretcher. I have a feeling we are going to need that in this matchup. Oh, but they are playing Ultra Necrozma. Very interesting. So they're playing both. Typically, like, if you're playing a GX along with your Ultra Necrozma, it's typically ADP. So very interesting to see that that's the case. They are going to poison us. Not too worried about that, though. That's pretty solid. I think we're actually going to attach here. I really don't want to end, but I think we need to. I don't think we can actually get rid of the Stretcher. I think we're going to need this, especially if they're playing the Naganadel Guzzlord. So if we get a Weezing, we're actually in a really good spot because we can knock out this Lone Grimer. And we did not get it. That's actually really, really annoying. But we'll do this. Do we go for the Filch? I'm gonna say yes. I think we'll actually get down the spell tag as well. And we're just going to filch. So big whiff, not getting the Weezing. We really do need to get rid of this Grimer like ASAP. Maybe we should have just attached to the Coco. We got a little greedy. Here we are going to see the Guzma Hala, so of course we are going to see the Floatstone, the Silent Lab, and the DDE. So Silent Lab, that's fine. We can actually get rid of it with our Blower. So, but here they're actually just going to go straight for Knockendale Guzzlord. Situation where I do wish I would have actually not gotten rid of our, or not left that active, but it's fine. We can still stretcher it back. So we will definitely, no matter what, Field Blower, get rid of those. Oh, so we actually can Lele this turn if we want to. So actually, guys, I think that's what we're going to do here. So we make sure we have teammates in the deck. We do, so we can actually just go Stretcher and then take a knockout that way. Is it worth the 3 prizes? Like, we're going to go with sure. So we'll go for teammates here. So Stretcher, Counter Energy. Let's see. And we can use Jet Pierce and take a big knockout of our own here. And so I'll just go for the Copycat. So Mimikyu putting in a ton of work. We've drawn like, what, 6 cards with it? Or I think just 4. Now taking a 3 prize knockout, so we get N. Not a great card to get. Oh, double color synergy. Fantastic prize. And we're secret. Okay, so we got supporters and energy. That's what we want to see in case of an N. So, and here we do see the Alolan Muck. Now, that is definitely annoying. But we do have Tapu Koko. I think that's the card we really need to start going in with. To start getting some damage on this so that our Weezings can start pinging it with its attack as well. So one thing I do like about this, we can grab a Field Blower or a Shrine off of teammates if we want to. And get rid of their stadium. So we'll do that. Go for teammates. I think we'll just grab a Shrine. That seems like the most sensible thing to get here. Shrine, and is there anything else we really want in particular? Honestly, maybe another Weezing. That seems kind of okay to me. Or maybe even another Versus Seeker. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Basically, the big thing we just won was the counter stadium and the energy this turn, so. Nest Ball. I think we'll grab another Coco preemptively, because we always want that free retreat pivot at some point, if possible. So the big thing, like I said, I wanted to get damage down on the Alolan Muck. That way the Weezing could hit it, because Weezing only spreads to basics with its ability, and you need damage on the bench already to use or to get the spread effect from its attack. Oh yeah, they have Alolan Muck, so what am I talking about? They can actually still use. I was like, wait, how are they attacking us? So yeah, we're just gonna promote the Weezing here. But we got the damage down on the Muck. That was the big thing that I really wanted this turn anyways. So we will special charge for sure. Grab both of these. Sure, we'll go for teammates here. Now, unfortunately, we still can't counter catcher yet this turn, so I'm just going to go for Weezing. And then next turn, we can actually bring this thing up and take a knockout on that if we choose to. So let's go for the Splattering Sludge here. Because we can do 80 and knocking it out. Oh, I think we actually can just... Oh, no, I thought this was 80 damage for a second. That would have been busted. Because we actually could have taken a 3-prize knockout next turn, I'm pretty sure. Actually, let's do the math real quick, because we're going to go counter catcher here. Actually, I think we do win this turn. Because 1 damage here in between turns. Yeah, I think we literally win this turn. Just double checking on my math. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. Because that'll be 20... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because we can just teammates, get DC, and counter catcher, and that's going to be the game. Busted top deck, but we still want the counter catcher though, because we do need to knock out this muck on the bench. So we'll just go for counter catcher. Other card really doesn't matter. Let's grab computer search. Bring that guy up, and we'll just go for Splattering Sludge, and that is going to be the game. Knock out that and the Tuna Cosmos. 3 prizes, 1 turn. You can really see how good Weezing was. Even though we didn't take out the muck early on, we still wound up being able to close it out. Okay, so our opponent's going to call the coin flip. We see the metal coin, so I am curious if this is ADP, or not ADP, but Gyrosean. And they are going to have us go first. So we will start with the coughing. It's actually a pretty decent hand, actually. So we can Nest Ball, probably first another coughing, get down Spell Attack Holiday, and then we are going to be playing against Gyrosean. That's okay with me. So we'll go for a Nest Ball. We do have our Sudowoodo in deck. We also have our Mimikyu. Tapu Lele, so all of our big counter energy Pokemon are going to be in there. Let's see. We do have Ranger in deck as well, so if they are playing one of the ADP variants, we have an out to that. Overall, guys, I think we have like most everything we are going to want. We even have our counter catcher in deck. We did prize a coughing, but again, I think overall we're doing okay here. So we'll just do this. We'll get down, I think, counter energy here in case they Guzma around the... Yeah, I think we're going to do this. And we'll just pass. And then from there, on next turn, we can just evolve into Weezing. Professor's Research this hand away. We'll have to get rid of our Lele, but that's okay. So we are going to see a Quick Ball. Going for an Oranguru, okay. Not a card I've seen too much in Expanded just yet. Pretty good Sycamore from them. Got some energy in the discard pile, so of course they can get that out with Metal Saucer. Oh, and they do have Fion. Yeah, another card we don't see too much in Expanded. So this kind of looks like almost kind of like a standard deck. They just kind of like switched a couple supporters around with. The Fion is actually a little bit annoying though. So here they are going to go for a Quick Ball, going for a Dedenne. And they have Dawn Winks as well. Fine with that. The more Pokemon they put down the bench, honestly, the better. That is one of the good things about the Weezing deck. It kind of preys on decks that are reliant on a big bench. Going for an Ultra Ball. They've already gotten rid of a good bit of energy for. And they have a Gyrosean V there. and a Dedenne. So they filled up their bench right away here. Now, of course, they can always burn this Fion if they do want to free up a bench spot. We do see a Max Elixir, that's fine. So they are going to use that Invasion ability. Now, we are definitely have to look for a Field Blower at some point to get rid of the inevitable Float Stone that's going to come down on this thing. But if we could survive a turn and not get knocked out, that would be really cool. And they are going to go for the Whirlpool Selection. That's honestly really annoying. I really don't want to have to put a DC and a counter energy on this thing. But let's see what they're going to do. See another Max Elixir, and they have the Float Stone, so that's also slightly more annoying than having to put an energy on this, is getting it knocked out. And we do get Tapu Koko down, that's definitely good. So I'll just do this, and we will... Sure, we'll just Professor's Research, get rid of our Lele. Nice, we actually have Sudowoodo. I want to hang on to that, actually, for the following turn. We'll get down another Coughing. We could get down the Sudowoodo preemptively, but then that opens up to Guzma. We basically just can't have them Guzma up this Koko, that's the big thing. So I think we're just going to go for the Splattering Sludge here. Start getting some damage on the board. So not getting the Field Blower is also a bit annoying. Being able to get rid of the Float Stone would have definitely been very good. And here they have Fion, so I actually don't mind that. We can give them the Coughing and then go in with Sudowoodo, take a knockout if we choose to. Oh, we are going to need a counter energy. That's the one thing I didn't think of so far. Here they are going to Invasion. Are they going to use the Fion? That's the next question, though. I mean, we might not even need Sudowoodo necessarily. Like, it'd be nice, but we might even be able to win just by spreading, since they're always going to have kind of like a full bench like this. So I think we'll just put all of the damage... I think we'll just do it all on the Necrozma. Don't really need it on the Zacians, just because we're going to try to like one-shot them with Sudowoodo and things like that. Oh, we do get the Field Blower. That's definitely nice, so get rid of that Float Stone. Get down our Sudowoodo. Go for a Quick Ball. I think we'll actually get a Ranger just to dig a little bit deeper here. Because a little Special Charge, get back, counter energy. That's the big one we really want here. And then we can Instruct, and afterwards we can just Sycamore away this hand. To get Shrine, that's fine. And use, or not Sycamore, Professor's Research. So we'll do that. Let's see what we get. And we do get the counter energy. Very nice. So we'll just retreat. And I kind of want to save our Stretchers. I will burn one of them, though. And get back all of those guys. And then from there, we're just going to do the old Watch and Learn. Knock out Zacian V here. We get an N, not too great. And we get a Coughing. So I do like this hand. Hopefully we don't get end. If they do knock us out, we can actually go for Lele and go for teammates and knock out this Zacian V as well. So we are going to see a dowsing machine. What are they going to get back? That's the next question. A floatstone, okay. That's definitely good for them. We definitely want to find our other field blower. I didn't check to see if it was in deck or not, but definitely something we will be looking for. Game down choice band, probably just to thin it out of their deck, I would imagine. So our game plan might even be just to win just with Mimikyu and Sudowoodo. So yeah, they're going to go for the Brave Blade, that's fine. We're going to be behind, Counter Energy will activate. So here we go. Treasure, I think we get rid of the Shrine. I don't think it's really going to matter at this point. It is risky getting Lele down, but I think knocking out this Zacian just puts us in a really good spot. So we'll go for teammates here. And do I expect them to be able to knock us out? That's the next question. I'm expecting no, kind of. Let's see. What have they used? So 3 elixirs. One. They could. It is possible, I guess. We'll just go for the counter energy. Basically, I was thinking if they don't knock us out, it's better to attack with Mimikyu because we can retreat after we go ahead on prizes. But if they do knock us out, Sudowoodo is probably the better attacker here. And we have the Stretcher already, so... I think maybe we actually just go for Sudowoodo and just get a Versus Seeker. I think I like that, because then we could teammates if they do knock us out again. So yes, we will put a Pokemon from our hand. We'll get old Sudowoodo back here. I know they're not going to be happy about this. So yeah, we'll just get down our coughing as well. Go for a good old watch and learn. And we do get a Verse Seeker, that's good. And a Field Blower, also good. We can get rid of this. Now, the big thing that is worrisome is if they do knock out this Lele eventually. We do have to worry about that, honestly. Here we do see a Zacian. Metal Energy. Do they have 2 Metal Saucers? They've only played 1 in the discard so far, so it is possible they do knock us out here. And an Elixir. Okay. Do they hit the Elixir as well? And it looks like they do, probably. Oh, no, they don't. Okay. They have not played a supporter yet this turn. They've only used 2 Versus Seekers. They have... I feel like there's no way they don't have a supporter or an out to support in their hand. They have 10 cards left. They've only played like 2. And here they're just going to retreat into the Oranguru. I'm actually okay with that, if that's the case. And we're just going to see an Intrepid Sword. Okay, so what we can do is we can actually hard retreat with this DCE and preserve the counter energy here. Let me top deck Weezing as well. That's what I like to see. So this is definitely a situation where this counter catcher would be good if this was a Guzma. I would actually much rather have that. But we're just going to do this. I think we're going to go for... Oh, we definitely want to go for the Field Blower for sure. Get rid of the Float Stone. And we are just going to end... Yes, we don't mind putting us at a low hand size. That's fine with me. Okay. So we will treasure... I think I'm going to leave everything in the deck, though, just to draw more cards with the Ranger. We want to find a supporter for next turn. That's going to be the big thing. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll just retreat, and we're just going to promote Weezing. That way we can still get some damage on the board. So in a perfect world, they knock out Lele, but I think they're probably too smart for that. Like, I feel like their path to victory is just knock out a one prizer. Okay, but here, yeah, they are going to go for the Soda Widow. That's big. And they have a third Floatstone. Jeez. Now we basically just have to make sure they don't have a Guzma on the next turn. That's going to be the big thing we are really afraid of, actually. See, so we do get a counter energy, but unfortunately we will have to probably toss that. So I think we just do this, research this thing away, and basically if they have Guzman they win, if not we win. So we'll treasure, get rid of Ranger, we don't really need that. We can grab let's grab Coughing here. Oh, our opponent's very nice. They said we have a good deck. So yeah, we're just one damage counter short of knocking out this Dawn Wings. If they have Guzma, they must have top decked the Versus Seeker if that's the case. Yeah, and they have it, so... Maybe we got a little too aggressive going in with the Lele like that. Like, honestly, I think we could have won just by going the spread method instead of going the counter energy, like cleanup attacker route, but very unfortunate. It would have been great if we actually had a spell tag on the Lele. That would have been a big help to like force this into a sudden death or something, but really close game. Good game from our opponent there. Alrighty guys, that is going to wrap up here our look at the Weezing deck. Really big fan of this deck, guys. Like I said, I think this deck is being really slept on for the current expanded format. I think this has a great matchup spread against almost everything other than maybe stuff that plays like very heavy healing or very heavy like special energy denial. But most other things, like I said, I think Weezing is actually uniquely well positioned against a lot of different stuff. So if you guys have any league challenges or league cups that aren't canceled, feel free to sleeve this thing up. I think this deck is a lot of fun to play. I will also briefly shout out too, this was a deck we posted actually in a Patreon exclusive article a couple weeks ago. So if you guys want to get some exclusive content and early access content, I'll have links down below in the description to that. But with that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video today. Of course, if you can, feel free to like and subscribe, and consider supporting this channel as well by becoming a patron over at patreon.com/rarecandytcg, or by picking up some merch from our online store, rarecandytcg.com. It would mean a lot. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.